Hello, everyone, dear friends. I'm Joy, and we're so happy to see you again. Today, we have an incredible adventure planned. But before we start, let's make sure you're subscribed to our channel.
Hi everyone, I'm Disgust, and I'm here too. Yes, Joy, you're right, but don't you all want to hit that subscribe button and give us a like so you don't miss our new videos?
Exactly. Your likes and subscriptions help us create more interesting content for you. And don't forget to click the bell so you're always notified about our new releases.
And of course, leave a comment. We always love to hear your opinions. Just remember to keep it clean and polite. After all, no one wants to read nasty comments.
Thank you for your support. It really means a lot to us. So, are you ready for a new adventure?
Let's get started. And remember, subscribing, liking, and commenting are your tickets to our next incredible journey.
Today, Tim will be stealing diamonds from a jewelry store in Roblox.
I don't think we should do this. It's very dangerous. What if he gets caught and sent to jail? What if he gets into trouble and something happens to him? I'm very worried about our boy Tim. Look through this window. There are lasers, and I've heard about them. It's a security system. If you touch one of those lasers, the alarm will go off. You mustn't touch those beams under any circumstances, or there will be trouble.
Wow, look at all these lasers. It's like we're in a high-tech spy movie. Isn't it exciting? I just know Tim is going to navigate through this like a pro.
Exciting? This is a disaster waiting to happen. Those lasers are set up to catch us in one wrong move. And look at that guard over there. This is not going to be easy.
Look, the guard is asleep at his desk. This is incredible. It's our chance to slip by while he hasn't noticed us. What luck?
He's asleep? This is infuriating. He's not even doing his job, and we have to risk everything because of his laziness. We need to act quickly and carefully not to wake him up.
This is so risky. If he wakes up, we could be in serious trouble. We need to move extremely carefully and avoid making any noise.
Ugh, what a disgusting guard. Even asleep at his desk with everything around him dirty. All right, let's focus on not waking him up.
Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Tim, move quietly and cautiously. We have a chance to get through this if we stay smart and focused.
Be careful, Tim. Move past him quietly without making any noise. If anything goes wrong, this lazy guard could get us into serious trouble.
Stay focused on what you're doing. Don't make sudden movements and try not to make any noise. If the guard wakes up, it will be a disaster.
Tim, just stay away from that disgusting guard and be careful. I hope he doesn't wake up and cause us more problems.
We can do this if we work together and stay positive. Good luck, Tim. We believe in you. Today, we have an incredible story about how Tim went on a space adventure. It all started when he won a ticket on a spaceship in an intergalactic lottery. Can you imagine? A real spaceship. Tim was thrilled and immediately began preparing for the journey.
Yeah, I remember how worried I was. Space is so huge and unknown. What if the ship breaks down? Or what if they run out of oxygen? I kept thinking about these dangers and couldn't calm down.
Seriously, anxiety, calm down a bit. Tim can handle it. What irritated me more was the thought that the spaceship might be unreliable. And what if someone on the crew turned out to be irresponsible? I was ready to take on anyone who tried to stop Tim.
Ew, let's not forget about cleanliness. Spaceships can be so dirty. Dust, germs, all that stuff disgusts me. I hope they had good filters and cleaners on board.
When Tim finally took off, it was amazing. He saw Earth from space, like a blue marble floating in the vastness. And then the real adventures began. The first destination was the mysterious planet Zelonia, covered in luminescent jungles.
But the jungles looked so dangerous. Unknown creatures, poisonous plants. I kept thinking something terrible was about to happen.
Listen, anxiety, stop being scared. Tim is a true hero. He made it through the jungle despite all the dangers. And when one of the creatures tried to attack him, he bravely defended himself.
Don't forget that the jungle was full of dirt and slime. But Tim kept moving forward. That surprised me a bit, because I would have gone home at the first hint of dirt.
And finally, after all the trials, Tim found an ancient temple hidden deep in the jungle. Inside the temple was a magical crystal that could grant wishes. Tim used it to return home and share his incredible adventures with his friends.
I was so happy when he came back safe and sound. All those dangers, it was too much for me.
Yeah, I'm glad too. But the main thing is that Tim proved that courage and determination can overcome any obstacle.
And thank goodness he finally cleaned up after all those adventures. Cleanliness is the key to health.
We have a fantastic story about how Tim discovered a hidden underwater city. It all started when he found an ancient map in his attic. The map showed the way to the legendary city of Atlantica, said to be filled with treasures and secrets. Tim was ecstatic and couldn't wait to embark on this underwater adventure.
Oh, I remember how worried I was. Diving deep into the ocean? What if his oxygen tank ran out? Or if he encountered dangerous sea creatures? The ocean is vast and unpredictable, and my mind was racing with all the possible dangers.
Seriously, Anxiety, chill out. Tim's got this. What really got me fired up was the thought that someone else might find the city first and steal all the treasures. Tim had to be quick and brave to get there before anyone else.
Ew! Let's not forget about the ocean. It's filled with all sorts of unpleasant things. Seaweed, fish slime, and who knows what else. I was just hoping Tim had a good wetsuit to keep all that yuck away.
When Tim finally set off on his journey, he used a high-tech submarine to dive deep into the ocean. He saw incredible things, colorful coral reefs, schools of shimmering fish, and even a playful dolphin that guided him part of the way. It was like entering a magical world beneath the waves.
Enough with the fear. Tim was determined. When he finally saw the outline of Atlantica, he knew he was on the right track. But then he had to navigate through a maze of underwater caves. It made my blood boil thinking about all the obstacles he had to overcome, but Tim kept pushing forward.
But then, as he got closer to the location marked on the map, the water became darker and more ominous. Strange shadows moved in the depths, and I couldn't stop thinking about what might be lurking there. My heart was pounding with worry.
And let's not forget the murky water in those caves. It was filled with silt and algae. Just gross. But Tim bravely swam through, keeping his eyes on the prize. I had to admire his determination, even if it was pretty disgusting down there.
Finally, Tim emerged into a vast underwater cavern where the city of Atlantica lay before him. It was breathtaking. Ancient structures covered in sea plants, glowing with a mysterious light. And in the center of the city was a treasure trove filled with gold, jewels, and artifacts from a long-lost civilization.
I was so relieved when he found the treasure. But then I started worrying about how he would get it all back to the surface safely. What if something went wrong?
Tim's no quitter. He carefully packed up as much as he could carry and made his way back through the caves. When he finally surfaced, I was cheering. He'd done it. He'd found Atlantica and its treasures.
And he made it back without getting too covered in sea slime, which was a huge relief. Tim's adventure was incredible, but I was glad he was back on dry land.
Once, Tim decided to go on a treasure hunt in an abandoned castle. We were all thrilled about this adventure. Just imagine, old walls, hidden passages, and secret rooms full of mysteries. Tim was ready for any challenges because at the end of the journey, untold riches awaited him.
But of course, I started to worry immediately. What if the castle collapses? Or what if there are ghosts? Tim was so determined that my worries only grew. Every creaking floorboard made me anxious. Tim, be careful. Are you sure this is safe? I kept repeating over and over.
And I was furious at Anxiety for her constant fears. Enough already with the fear, Anxiety. Tim is doing great. And anyway, if he meets anyone, I'll take care of it myself, I grumbled. This castle is nothing compared to our determination.
And I was disgusted by the state of the place. Dust, cobwebs, and strange smells. It was too much. Ugh, Tim. Just look at how dirty it is here. Be careful. Don't touch anything with your hands, I warned.
But Tim didn't give up. He found clues, solved puzzles, and got closer to the treasure room. And finally, he opened an old chest full of gold and jewels. We all rejoiced. It was an incredible adventure that showed our fears and doubts were in vain. Tim proved that with determination and bravery, any obstacles can be overcome. That's how our thrilling journey ended. I hope you enjoyed it. We're so glad you joined us for this adventure. We hope you enjoyed our stories and had as much fun as we did.
Yes, yes. And if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's really important for us to keep you updated on all our new adventures. Also, please give us a thumbs up so we know you enjoy what we're doing.
Hey, don't delay. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We worked hard for you, and it's the only way to support us. So come on, do it now.
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment. We want to know what you liked or what you'd like to see next.
Thank you so much for your support. We can't wait to see you again and embark on new adventures together. See you soon, friends. Hey there, everyone! Get ready for a fun and exciting adventure because today we're diving into the Easy Grow obby. But this one's not your typical obby. Oh no, this time you have to change your size to fit through all the crazy obstacles. That's right, we'll be growing taller and shrinking down to get through each challenging stage. Doesn't that sound awesome? Imagine towering over everything like a giant or sneaking through tight spots like a tiny mouse.
Yeah, it does sound fun, but, don't forget to be careful, everyone. Changing size isn't as easy as it looks. What if we accidentally grow too big and can't fit through a narrow passage? Or what if we shrink down too much and get stuck somewhere? There are so many things that could go wrong, but don't worry, we'll figure it out together, right?
Exactly, anxiety. That's what makes this obby so much fun. It's all about figuring out the right size at the right time. We'll need to be quick, clever, and maybe a little bit daring. But I know we can do it. And hey, while we're tackling these challenges, don't forget to smash that like button if you're as excited as we are. Also, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our fun adventures. And we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know how far you got in this obby and if you have any cool tips for us.
Yeah, comments are super helpful. And subscribing means you'll be the first to know when we're taking on another crazy obby or trying something new. And we love hearing from you. It makes this whole journey so much better knowing you're with us every step of the way. So please share your thoughts, your strategies, or even what part of the obby made you nervous. I mean, challenged you the most.
Let's not waste any more time, shall we? I'm so ready to see just how big or small we can go. Who's with us? Let's show this obby who's boss and make it through with flying colors. And remember, the most important thing is to have fun and enjoy the ride. After all, that's what gaming is all about, right?
Absolutely. But also, don't forget to be cautious and plan your moves. We've got this. Together, we can handle whatever this obby throws at us. So let's do this, team. I'll be right here, keeping an eye on everything and making sure we don't miss any details.
Story time. The story will be about how we used to be in the head of a scientist who invented a cure for a very dangerous disease. Oh, how thrilled I was that we ended up in the mind of such a smart person. Our scientist was incredibly talented and kind. He dedicated his whole life to science, and his goal was to save many lives. From the very beginning, we felt that it was our destiny to help him in this challenging task. Every day was a new discovery for us. I tried to inspire him, reminding him of how important his work was and how many people were waiting for his success. When he found new solutions, his heart was filled with joy, and at those moments, I felt incredibly needed. It was in those moments that he understood he was on the right track.
But it wasn't all that simple. How I raged when he encountered obstacles. Whenever something went wrong, I was literally overwhelmed with fury. Failures were frequent in the lab. Experiments didn't yield the desired results. Formulas didn't match. And each of his setbacks felt like a blow to my heart. And then I came to the rescue. Yes, I know that sometimes anger can seem destructive, but at that moment, I became his driving force. I made him fight, not give up, and push through. I embodied the fire that burned away everything in its path and cleared the way for new solutions. In those moments, our scientist realized he had to keep fighting and seek new ways to solve the problem.
Oh, and for me, it was a real test. I was constantly worried that something might go wrong. Every time he opened a new scientific journal or tried to create a new medicine, I couldn't sit still. I knew that people's lives were at stake, and every mistake could have fatal consequences. I literally didn't let him relax, constantly reminding him of the risks, that everything needed to be checked, recounted, and checked again. Every test tube, every formula was a reason for concern. I knew I had to make him be as careful as possible because the cost of a mistake was too high. But I tried to keep myself together, knowing that his focus and attentiveness depended on me.
And for me, it was a real nightmare. The lab. How unpleasant it all was. Those chemical smells, colorful liquids, strange substances. It all filled me with indescribable disgust. But I understood that if I didn't closely monitor all this, the scientist might make a mistake. I tried to keep him from using questionable ingredients and making wrong steps. when he suddenly decided to try a new reagent, I immediately felt that it could be dangerous. I literally screamed in his mind that it was the wrong decision, and he heard me. He decided to conduct additional tests and realized that I was right. That was the moment when my sense of disgust saved him from a mistake that could have cost him not only the results, but also his career.
And you know, throughout all this time, we felt that it was our collective effort. We fought, worried, and rejoiced together. And when he finally found the right formula, when the medicine was ready, I couldn't contain my joy. It was a real miracle. We knew we had saved many lives, and it was our greatest achievement. The scientist was recognized worldwide. His name became a symbol of hope for thousands of people. And although we return to the mind of another person, we will always remember this experience as one of the most significant in our lives.
We proved that even in the most challenging situations, you can find a way out if you're not afraid to fight until the end.
And if you care about every person, every life, you will definitely find the strength to be careful and attentive.
And even the most unpleasant moments can be useful if you notice and correct them in time.
Today, we embark on an exciting adventure that took place many years ago. Imagine a world where a robot, our main hero, fought against evil robots to save the planet. I, Joy, was in his head, and my role was to keep his spirits up and maintain his morale even in the darkest times. My favorite moment was when the robot first started his mission. He looked so brave that it was impossible not to feel joy for him. When he successfully won one of the battles, I felt his heart fill with pride. We shared every moment of victory, every difficulty, and rejoiced in every small triumph. These moments were not only our victories, but also our lessons. I supported him through tough times and celebrated with him in moments of triumph.
Oh, and that's just part of the story. I, Anger, was with him when things didn't go as planned. My role was to fire him up when setbacks piled up on his path. Remember that battle against the evil robot when our hero faced unexpected difficulties? I was in his mind when, enraged by his mistakes and failures, he transcended his own limitations. At such moments, I literally exploded with rage, fueling his determination and helping him not to give up. My presence intensified his resolve, and he tackled every challenge despite all obstacles. I was his inner drive, his passion, and the force that pushed him towards victory.
And I, Anxiety, played a crucial role in this journey by ensuring that our robot was always on alert and didn't miss important details. My job was to warn him of potential dangers and remind him of possible risks. I remember when he discovered the evil robot's plan to destroy energy sources. I was constantly raising alarms when he approached potential traps or threats. My anxiety helped him act cautiously, plan his steps, and avoid possible dangers. It was a tense time, but I knew my work was crucial for his safety and the success of the mission.
And I, Disgust, was present when our robot faced the most repulsive situations, such as dealing with dirty and ruined areas, or even worse, with robots using dirty tricks and cunning tactics. I recall how he looked at the disgusting condition of their bases, and I was just horrified by everything he saw. I helped him cope with these unpleasant situations by maintaining his resilience and motivation. I reminded him that, despite all these horrible and unpleasant things, he needed to keep moving forward for the greater good. My presence, though unpleasant, gave him strength and confidence. So, our robot overcame all challenges with the help of us, his internal emotions and helpers. We all worked together in his great mission, and thanks to this, the world was saved. Each of us was important and indispensable in this thrilling and complex story. And despite all the trials he went through, he continued to move forward knowing that he had reliable allies inside him who were always ready to help.
Well, our review has come to an end, and I'm so glad we could spend this time together. I hope you enjoyed our Easy Grow Obby mode. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your feedback is very important to us, and your likes and subscriptions help us keep creating these exciting videos for you. Also, if you have ideas for future videos or suggestions for modes, be sure to share them in the comments. We always love to hear your thoughts and ideas. Thank you for being with us, and see you soon in the next videos. Goodbye, friends! Hi, my beloved viewers. I'm so happy to see you all here. Welcome to the cutest, most exciting, and of course, the fluffiest game, Doge Head Escape. Oh, you have no idea how amazing this is going to be. We're going to save tiny little kittens who have been locked in cages by evil dogs. These adorable little fluff balls are waiting for us, and we absolutely have to rescue them. Just imagine how wonderful it will be to open the cages, free these precious babies, and then carry them to the big cat waiting for them. It's so exciting! Oh, I can't wait to get started. But wait just a minute. Before we dive into this grand adventure, make sure to subscribe to our channel. It's super important. The more of us there are, the more energy we'll have to save all the kittens. And of course, smash that like button if you love fluffy kittens as much as I do. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on all the upcoming missions and fun moments. I'm sure we're going to become an awesome team of rescuers. Everything's going to be amazing, guys. So subscribe and like right now.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Joy makes it all sound so fun, but I'm a little scared. You see, the game Doge Head Escape isn't just a fun game. The kittens, they're really in trouble. Those evil dogs have locked them up in cages. I don't know what they might do next, but it's definitely not good. And we have to rescue them. But it's not going to be as easy as it seems. The game is full of traps, guard dogs, and they can spot us at any moment. We'll need to be very careful. You see, if we don't make it, or if we get caught, then the kittens will stay in the cages. And that's terrible. So please, be very cautious and attentive when you play. We have to plan everything ahead so that nothing goes wrong. Oh, and it would be really great if you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it's really important because that way you can stay updated on all the new videos. And if something goes wrong, at least you'll know how to fix it and maybe give us a like if you really like it. And the notification bell, don't forget, just in case, to stay informed.
Oh, come on. There's nothing to be scared of. Guys, let's just have fun on this adventure. We're all in this together, and we're going to nail it. Saving kittens is such an amazing experience. Just imagine how you'll outsmart those evil dogs, find the keys, and open the cages. And then, carry those sweet little fluff balls back to their big cat, and they'll be so happy to finally be free. And you'll be the heroes who helped them. Isn't that awesome? Oh, and I almost forgot. If you want more people to know about our adventures and join us in saving these adorable creatures, make sure to subscribe right now. The more of us there are, the faster we'll rescue all the kittens. And of course, hit that like button for this video. That way, we'll know you love saving animals. And don't forget about the notification bell because we have so many more missions and exciting games ahead.
Well, yeah. Probably. But you see, guys, we can't just rush in. We have to be careful. There are evil dogs guarding the cages, and if we make a mistake, everything could go wrong. I'm afraid that something might go off plan. Imagine if they spot us and catch us. The kittens might get hurt. So I want you all to be super, super careful. Every move you make has to be well thought out. If you mess up, well, it might be hard to go back and fix everything. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because if something goes wrong in this game, we can all analyze it together and figure out how to save all the kittens next time. And if you're feeling like you enjoy this rescue process, that you really want to help the kittens, hit the like button, but only if you're sure, and the notification bell. Hit it to stay up to date, just in case. You don't want to miss any important updates.
Story will be about how joy, anxiety, anger, and disgust found themselves in Max's head as he prepared for a prestigious cooking competition. Each of them helped him handle this important event in their own way. I'm so thrilled to be here helping Max prepare for this amazing cooking competition. This is a fantastic opportunity for him to showcase his culinary skills and gain recognition. We decided to make the preparation process as enjoyable and positive as possible. I suggested that Max play his favorite music and dance while he cooks. We picked out recipes that are not only delicious, but also visually appealing to impress the judges. When we started cooking, I made sure Max felt inspired and joyful. We even did a few creative tasks, like presenting the dishes in unique shapes, which added some fun to the process. Look at him smile and enjoy the cooking. It's so important to be in a good mood when doing something important. It helps to handle any difficulties and perform better.
Oh, I just can't calm down. These cooking competitions can be really challenging. We need to be ready for everything. I keep reminding Max of the importance of meticulous preparation. We reviewed the recipes several times to make sure everything was correct and discuss potential issues that might arise. I suggested he create a detailed plan of action so that each step of the cooking process goes smoothly. We also made a list of all the necessary ingredients and equipment to ensure nothing is forgotten. Every step matters, and even small details can have a big impact on the result. We did a few test runs to see how all the ingredients behave and adjusted the recipes to his taste. I hope we can handle any surprises and that everything goes smoothly.
Why does everything always have to be so complicated? These recipes are full of little details that need to be followed, and it's so irritating. I can't stand it when things start to go off track. I insisted that Max focus only on the most important aspects of cooking and not get distracted by unnecessary details. We made a list of key steps that need to be completed to avoid wasting time on trivialities. I also specified which ingredients should and shouldn't be used. It's crucial for Max not to get frustrated by minor problems. We determined exactly what needed to be prepared and removed all the extra details that could be distracting. I hope this helps him stay focused and succeed without getting upset over every little thing.
Ugh! I can't stand looking at this mess in the kitchen. There are crumbs and leftover food everywhere, and it's absolutely disgusting. I insisted that Max clean up his kitchen before he started cooking. We organized all the ingredients and kitchen tools to keep everything clean and orderly. I suggested he get rid of old and unnecessary items, wash all the dishes, and clean the work surfaces. A clean kitchen isn't just pleasant, it's essential for staying focused without being distracted by dirt and unpleasant smells. Now everything looks much better, and Max can focus on preparing the dishes without interruptions. I hope this helps him be more organized and productive.
Look how everything has turned out for the better. Max really managed to overcome all the challenges and prepared stunning dishes. He was in an excellent mood and enjoyed the process, and it paid off. His dishes looked amazing and tasted delicious, and everyone was thrilled with his culinary creations. We did a few rehearsals and everything went smoothly. I'm so happy I was able to help Max maintain a positive attitude and confidence in his abilities. When everything goes according to plan and the results meet expectations, it's incredibly satisfying. It's wonderful to see when effort and hard work lead to such fantastic results. In the end, each of them played an important role in preparing Max for the cooking competition. Joy made the process more enjoyable and positive. Anxiety helped organize the details and prepare for potential problems. Anger focused on the main aspects and eliminated unnecessary details, and disgust cleaned up the kitchen. Together, they helped Max successfully participate in the competition and achieve excellent results. And the next story will be about how Joy found herself in Tom's head as he planned an unforgettable adventure for his younger brother's birthday. Tom had been thinking for a while about how to make his younger brother's birthday special. That's when Joy stepped in to help. Instead of a typical party, I suggested creating a real adventure in the park, filled with fun and surprises. First, we needed to choose a theme for the adventure. We decided on a treasure hunt quest. I suggested Tom make a treasure map that led to various stations with tasks and prizes. Each stage was decorated with bright colors and drawings to create the feel of a real adventure. We also organized several fun tasks, from finding hidden objects to solving riddles and completing silly challenges. Each completed task brought joy and a sense of accomplishment. I helped Tom plan and prepare small prizes for each stage to make them even more exciting. On the birthday itself, I was thrilled to see Tom's younger brother and his friends eagerly completing the tasks. Their faces lit up with happiness as they found clues and solved puzzles. I suggested Tom prepare a final surprise, a big gift hidden at the end of the quest to cap off the adventure on a high note. Well, our review has come to an end, and I'm so glad we could spend this time together. I hope you enjoyed our Easy Grow Obby mode. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your feedback is very important to us, and your likes and subscriptions help us keep creating these exciting videos for you. Also, if you have ideas for future videos or suggestions for modes, be sure to share them in the comments. We always love to hear your thoughts and ideas. Thank you for being with us, and see you soon in the next videos. Goodbye, friends! Hello, friends! Today, we're embarking on an incredible adventure in the Escape the Castle Fortress mode. This castle is full of secrets, traps, and puzzles that we'll need to solve. Just imagine. Towering walls, dark corridors, and ancient mysteries hiding behind every door. This is going to be amazing.
But do you realize how many dangers there are? Narrow bridges over chasms, slippery stones, and maybe even ghost nights. We don't know what's waiting for us around every corner. I'm already worried about Tim. What if he falls into a trap? We have to be really careful and alert.
Oh, stop worrying. If anyone tries to get in our way, I'll show them who's boss. We'll smash through any obstacles and tear apart all the traps. No ancient knights are going to stop us.
I really don't like old castles. Dust, mold, cobwebs, and all sorts of filth. Can you imagine how dirty it must be? But what can you do? We'll just have to endure it and get through this to help Tim escape.
So, friends, if you like what we're doing, support us with likes and subscriptions. Your comments and engagement give us strength and confidence. We've got lots of challenges ahead, and together, we can definitely overcome them.
And don't forget to leave comments. It's important for us to know your opinion and what you think of our adventures. The more active you are, the more likely we'll continue tearing through this castle.
Yes, your likes and subscriptions will help calm me down a bit. With your support, we can get through all the challenges.
And let us know what you think of this old castle. Maybe some of you aren't thrilled with such ancient places either. Your feedback helps us improve the videos.
You're probably wondering how we ended up in this medieval castle, right? Well, let me explain. Recently, Tim found an old clock and accidentally discovered that it could be used to travel through time. Can you believe it? Real time travel.
At first, everything went smoothly. Tim traveled, learned a lot of new things, met different people, studied history. It was so fascinating. But this last journey turned out to be something else entirely.
And of course, at the worst possible moment, the clock broke or something went wrong. Tim got stuck in this cursed castle. Now he's forced to find a way out of these old stone walls, full of traps and dangers.
Yeah, and there's nothing pleasant about this castle. Dust, cobwebs, and who knows what else is lurking in these dark corners. I hope Tim finds a way out soon, because staying here too long is just unbearable.
But don't worry, friends. Tim has already found some clues, and I'm sure he'll escape from here soon. So let's keep supporting him and stay optimistic. Story will be about how Tim discovered an ancient painting that turned out to be quite extraordinary. Each night, the painting changed, revealing secrets of its previous owner's past. Oh, how did it all begin? Tim was browsing a flea market, surrounded by old items and forgotten treasures. It was one of his favorite pastimes. He always believed that such places held unique finds. And then he spotted it, a painting of an old mansion. It immediately caught his eye. The painting was covered in dust, but its charm was undeniable. Tim decided it would be a perfect addition to his room. Who could have imagined that this purchase would lead to such incredible discoveries?
Yeah, if only everything were that simple. There was something off about that painting from the start. It was obvious. And what did Tim do? He hung it on his wall, of course. So foolish, so foolish, so foolish. That very first night, strange things began to happen. Tim woke up to some rustling noises. He looked at the painting, and it had changed. Instead of the old mansion, there was a young man standing in front of the same house. How is that even possible? How could Tim not realize that he should have dealt with this immediately?
Oh, I felt something was wrong right away. When Tim told me about it, I couldn't stop worrying. Who was this man? Why did he appear on the painting? What if it's some sort of evil spirit trying to cross into our world? I couldn't think of anything else. With each passing night, the painting changed more and more. New people, scenes, events. It all felt so real, as if the painting was trying to tell a story that no one was meant to know. What if this story carried danger?
And I immediately sensed something disgusting about that painting. With each new scene, there was a dark, oppressive feeling. On the third day, the painting depicted a fire in that mansion, and the smell of smoke seemed to fill the whole room. It was unbearable. Even the house in the painting looked darker and gloomier, as if something terrible was happening to its inhabitants. It was clear that this had to be stopped immediately. Who knows where the revelation of these secrets could lead?
But Tim didn't want to stop. The more the painting changed, the more fascinated he became. He felt that this story had to be uncovered to the end. Maybe he believed he could help those people captured on the canvas find peace? Tim started investigating the mansion in real life, trying to find traces of the events depicted on the painting. And you know what? He succeeded. He found old documents that told the story of the family that owned the house. There was so much pain and tragedy that it seemed the house was cursed.
But what happened next? The more Tim learned, the more dangerous it became. On the last night, the painting showed something utterly horrifying. The people in it seemed to come alive, reaching out through the frame as if trying to escape from their world. Tim realized that if he didn't stop it, they could enter the real world. He didn't know what to do. It felt like the painting was controlling him, and I was so anxious for him. But fortunately, Tim found a way to fix everything. He burned the painting and everything stopped. Since then, the house has been peaceful again.
Such a horrifying sight. But the most disgusting thing is that it could have ended much worse. The painting is gone, but who knows how many other secrets lie among old objects. Maybe it's better not to touch them at all? Tim learned his lesson. Some stories are better left untold, especially if they could lead to disaster.
So ends the story of Tim and the mystical painting. It left all of us with different impressions, but the important thing is that it ended well. However, the question remains, how many more secrets does the world around us hold?
The next story will be about Tim and the music box. Tim finds an old music box that grants wishes, but each wish comes with its own consequences. Tim discovered an old music box in the attic and was amazed when it started playing. At first, everything was great. Every time he made a wish, it came true, and he felt so happy. He wished for a little luck and found himself on top of the world.
But soon the wishes began to cause problems. When Tim wished for wealth, it changed his life. People started treating him differently, and he felt isolated. Wishes brought a lot of trouble, and it was infuriating.
I was worried for Tim because each new wish brought unforeseen consequences. Even simple wishes led to problems. It seemed fun at first, but then it became anxiety-inducing when everything didn't go as planned.
Tim often faced disgusting results from his wishes. From the excess of wealth to failed attempts at improving his life, it was all horrible. The box, which seemed magical, turned his life into complete chaos.
Finally, Tim realized that it's important to appreciate what you already have. He used his last wish to correct his mistakes and set things right. The music box returned to its usual melody, and Tim learned to appreciate the real joys.
It was a relief when Tim finally learned the lesson. I was calmer knowing that he had learned to value what he had. Sometimes it's best to move forward, accepting your mistakes and finding peace in the present.
Yes, and the lesson was valuable. The music box reminded us how easy it is to ruin even the best things. It's important to remember the consequences and appreciate the simple joys in life.
And the next story will be about Tim and the mysterious diary. This happened recently when Tim stumbled upon an old diary in the attic. It was covered in dust and looked very ancient. But the most amazing thing, the diary predicted the future.
Of course, Tim was thrilled. But as soon as he started reading the entries, he saw that the diary described not only his future successes, but also failures that seemed unavoidable.
And so Tim began to panic. He tried to change everything that the diary predicted to avoid the bad outcomes. He changed his plans, his interactions with friends, and even his daily habits. But the more he tried to change the future, the more anxious he became.
In the end, Tim realized that he couldn't control everything. He understood that all these changes were only creating more problems. He decided to accept his fate as it was and live in the present moment. The diary was intriguing, but it taught Tim an important lesson. Sometimes it's better to accept the future as it is and enjoy life here and now.
Thanks for joining us today. We're so glad you enjoyed our adventure.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. We always worry you might miss something exciting.
And of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Your likes motivate us to keep creating new and exciting content.
Also, let us know in the comments what you think of today's video and what you'd like to see next. Your feedback is important to us.
See you next time, friends. Bye-bye. Hello, dear friends. Today we're in for something truly special. This will be one of those adventures that sticks with you for a long time. We're going to play the floor is lava mode. And I have to say, today is going to be hot in every sense of the word. Imagine us jumping from platform to platform, trying to avoid the boiling lava that's literally bubbling beneath our feet. I'm already excited because this isn't just a game. It's a real test of agility, speed, and the ability to make quick decisions.
Ha! In this challenge, it's not just agility that'll be tested, but also the strength of your spirit. Because when there's lava boiling beneath you, it's not just about jumping, it's about surviving. And every step needs to be filled with adrenaline, every move carefully calculated. You think this is just a regular game? No, this is a real test. Lava doesn't forgive mistakes, and if you hesitate even for a second, it's over. You lose. So, get ready for a truly fiery show.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Lava is no joke. It's literally beneath our feet, and even the slightest mistake could lead to us ending up in a river of fire. I can imagine us trying to jump from one narrow platform to another, hoping not to slip. Every time the lava gets closer, my heart starts beating faster, and you start wondering, can I really do this? But we don't have a choice, do we? We have to keep going and hope that our skills and your support will help us get through this terrifying challenge.
Honestly, lava is just awful. All that heat, the flames everywhere, and you can literally feel the hair on your head burning from the temperature. I can't even think about it without feeling grossed out, let alone actually participate in such a challenge. But someone's got to do the dirty work, right? We'll be jumping, we'll be dodging, and all of that just to avoid falling into that fiery abyss. Just think about it. Lava doesn't forgive mistakes, and I absolutely hate losing.
But that's exactly what makes the game so exciting, friends. This isn't just a challenge for us. It's a challenge for everyone watching us. You'll see how we overcome difficulties together, how we deal with the heat, the lava, the obstacles that await us at every turn. It's a real adventure that requires not just agility but also support. And I'm sure that with your help, we'll succeed. You're with us, right?
Of course they're with us. They wouldn't leave us in a moment like this, when everything's on the line. And you know what? When things get really intense, when the lava is literally under our feet, I want to see all your support. Because in those moments, we need every drop of energy, every word of encouragement to get through this fiery ordeal. We'll fight to the end, and I know we're not alone.
Guys, we've been through so much together. These exciting moments where we overcome challenges, celebrate victories, and deal with setbacks. It's all thanks to you. If you like what we're doing and want to see even more adventures, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yes, the like button isn't just a button. It's your way of saying, keep up the great work. Every like you give us is a boost of energy that drives us to push through and tackle even tougher levels. So, come on, don't hold back.
And please subscribe to our channel. I always worry that you might miss something important. With a subscription, you'll be up to date on all our new videos and won't miss any of our adventures. I'll be a little less anxious too.
And of course, don't forget to leave comments. We always read what you write, and it helps us improve. Just keep it respectful, or it might spoil the mood. Want to see something specific? Let us know. Your opinion matters.
So, friends, likes, subscriptions, and comments are what help us grow and improve. Let's make our channel even better together. Story time. This moment starts with a story about how Tim organized a robot building contest in his yard and faced unexpected challenges. Today's story is going to be absolutely thrilling. Tim decided to host a real robot building contest right in his yard. It all started when he gathered his friends and neighbors to show what they could do. It was like a real festival. Imagine, each participant brought their unique ideas and materials to create their dream robot. The air was filled with laughter, conversation, and the spirit of competition. Each person had their own goal, to make their robot the smartest and most agile. It's especially heartwarming to see everyone around enjoying and being inspired, as it was a true celebration of engineering and creativity.
But, as often happens, not everything went smoothly, and that's where the problems began. Some robots started malfunctioning, causing a real commotion. One robot unexpectedly started moving erratically, leading to the complete destruction of other creations. People began arguing about who was at fault, whether it was the malfunction or the design itself. Real discussions and discontent flared up, especially when someone started blaming others for their robot not working properly. This led to a storm of emotions and dissatisfaction among the participants, and sometimes even conflicts arose that needed immediate resolution to prevent ruining the celebration.
Exactly. I was really worried for Tim at that moment. Despite all his efforts, some robots started failing at the worst possible times. Each time something went wrong, Tim's stress and worry increased. He tried to fix the problems on the fly, which was very stressful, especially with all eyes on him. I constantly worried that he might feel overwhelmed and disappointed due to the numerous technical issues. The drive to fix everything and ensure the contest went smoothly was a heavy burden, and I feared that he might just burn out and feel like a failure.
Oh, and let's not forget the nightmare of the mess. All those leftover parts, rusty bits of metal, and general debris piling up in the corner of the yard were dreadful. After all the technical issues, there was a real mess. Broken parts, old wires, and dirt. It all created a truly unpleasant sight. Fixing and dealing with the problems didn't add any joy to the situation. I always feel disgusted by such messes. But even in this case, Tim managed to stay calm and persistent. He tackled the issues and kept working despite all the discomfort and unpleasant moments.
But despite all the challenges, the robot building contest turned out to be a real success. Tim and his friends learned lessons from all the problems and difficulties, and each participant had a blast. In the end, even the most unpleasant moments became part of an exciting adventure. The atmosphere was filled with support and mutual help. It was a day that will be remembered for a long time, and we all came together to make it a true celebration of engineering and friendship. So let's congratulate Tim and all the participants for overcoming the challenges and making this day unforgettable. And the next story will be about a time travel adventure with an antique clock. Story is about Tim, who found an antique clock in his grandmother's attic. These clocks turned out to be magical and could transport him to different eras. He was thrilled with this discovery and decided to embark on an amazing journey. His first stop was the era of knights.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Tim immediately found himself in the middle of a knightly tournament where he had to face many challenges. He saw knights battling it out in the tournament, and not all of them were friendly. He had to avoid fights and find a way to gather the necessary information to get back home.
I was really worried about Tim when he ended up in a dangerous situation. He accidentally found himself in a castle full of mysterious traps and ancient mechanisms. He had to solve complex puzzles to find a way to the next stage of his journey and return to the clock.
The time-traveling adventure in the era of knights wasn't without its unpleasant aspects. Tim faced unbearable dirt and discomfort, as living conditions back then were far from ideal. It was a real test for him.
Tim successfully overcame the challenges and returned home with a wealth of incredible experiences. He saw how knights lived and learned to appreciate modern life. His journey turned out to be a true adventure, bringing him joy and new knowledge.
Although Tim went through many difficulties, he came out of this experience stronger and more confident. These challenges taught him how to handle any problems that might arise in the future.
After this journey, Tim became more cautious. He realized how important it is to be attentive and respect the past. He learned to cherish every moment and understand the consequences of his actions.
Despite all the hardships and unpleasantness, Tim appreciated the comfort of his own time. This journey taught him to value the cleanliness and convenience of modern living conditions.
We've just finished our amazing adventure with the antique clock and time travel. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. If you liked what we did, please don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us know that you enjoy our stories and want to see more.
Yeah, a like isn't just a button. It's a way to support us and show that we're on the right track. Every like is like fuel for our enthusiasm. We're working hard to create even more exciting stories and adventures, and your support is crucial. So don't hold back. Hit that button.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I always worry that you might miss our new videos if you're not subscribed. Subscribing is your way to ensure you don't miss any important stories. We release new videos regularly, and staying updated is really convenient.
Also, leave your comments below the video. We read each one and truly value your feedback. Your suggestions help us improve our content and make it more interesting for you. But let's keep it polite. Constructive criticism and suggestions really help, while rudeness can spoil the mood.
Don't forget, your opinion is very important to us. We want our content to be just how you like it. So, leave your comments and share your thoughts. Until next time, and have a great day. Hello, dear friends. I am Joy, and today we will be playing Roblox in the mode Escape Mr. Funny's Toy Shop.
Hello, I am Anxiety. I heard that this mode is very scary. I hope our boy Tim is not easily frightened and can handle this challenge.
And to help Tim get through this challenge, let's all support him together. To help him, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your support for Tim. It really helps him a lot.
It seems to me that I heard some laughter. Tim, go check it out. I think that sound came from the other corridor.
Yes, I also heard a very strange and frightening noise. Tim, be careful.
Whoa, what happened here? Everything is turned over and knocked down. I think this is not a very good sign.
Don't worry so much, Anxiety. Our Tim has already overcome many challenges and obstacles. I'm sure he will manage this one too.
These pipes look quite dangerous. They are small and easy to fall off. Just don't look down and it won't be so scary.
I see a lever over there. I think it needs to be pulled down to open the passage forward.
What if the lever is a trap? Tim, be careful!
It wasn't a trap after all, Disgust. Some platforms have risen. I think we need to jump across them to proceed.
I think danger awaits us after the stairs. I am very scared. I believe we'll encounter the one who caused the chaos in the main room. Wait, why did the gates close behind us and the lights go out? This is a very, very bad sign.
Don't worry, Anxiety. If something goes wrong and Tim struggles, I'll roast him on the biggest bonfire you've ever seen. Tim won't be left in trouble.
Ah! Someone very frightening is chasing us. It's definitely the one who caused the chaos in the main room. Just look at his walk. His legs are wobbling. It seems he was never taught to walk properly as a child and was bullied, which is why he became so angry.
Despite his awkward walk, he's very fast, but Tim has always been quicker than the rest. I believe he'll manage to escape this time too.
Tim, stop and hit him in the legs. I think that will make him fall, and you'll be able to run further away from him.
Tim, don't listen to him. If you stop, he'll definitely do something to you. Keep running as fast as you can.
Maybe he wants to be friends?
Of course not, Joy. Just look at him. If he wanted to be friends, he wouldn't be chasing us with such a scary face. Plus, he could have told us he wanted to be friends. Yuck. He's so disgusting.
These bars are not very reassuring. Look ahead. The mesh has fallen off completely.
Tim has managed to get past the bars, but listen carefully. There are some familiar sounds ahead.
Those are the sounds of the game Red Light, Green Light. I've seen it somewhere before, but I forgot the exact details. However, I remember the rules. You need to move when it's green light and stay still when it's red light. If you move during red light, something very bad will happen to you.
Tim is almost through this game, which means it's time for us to tell stories. Now, let's tell the story of how Tim went fishing for the first time. Once upon a time, Tim decided to go fishing for the first time. It was a bright, sunny day, perfect for an adventure. Tim had always been curious about fishing, so we, his inner voices, were excited to help him make the most of this experience. As Tim arrived at the lake, his eyes sparkled with anticipation. He set up his fishing rod with a sense of wonder, and I, Joy, couldn't help but cheer him on. "Look at him go!" I exclaimed. "He's doing great so far. This is going to be so much fun. Just imagine all the joy and excitement when he catches his first fish."
But as Tim prepared to cast his line, anxiety crept in. Oh no, what if he doesn't catch anything? What if the fish aren't biting? What if he gets bored or frustrated? What if something goes wrong with the fishing gear? I worried, watching Tim with concern. He might face some challenges, and I hope—
Anger, wasn't too pleased with the situation either. Why does fishing have to be so complicated? I grumbled. Why can't things just be easy? Why does Tim have to deal with tangled lines and slippery fish? It's so annoying when things don't go perfectly. But even though I was frustrated, I knew it was important to support Tim through the challenges. He has to learn to deal with these obstacles, I said. But it's definitely not fair that it's so difficult.
Disgusted by the messiness of fishing, I looked at the bait with distaste. Ugh, look at that slimy worm. Why does fishing have to involve such gross things? The smell and the texture are just awful, I complained. But Tim is trying his best despite the unpleasant aspects. We need to support him through this, even if it's really disgusting. Even though the fishing experience was quite disgusting, seeing Tim's happiness made it a bit more bearable. I suppose it's worth it if he's happy. Maybe the next time won't be so gross. We just need to get through the icky parts to enjoy the success. In the end, it was a memorable day for Tim, filled with challenges and triumphs. And despite all our different feelings, we were all proud of how he handled his first fishing adventure.
I had to admit, seeing Tim catch the fish made me a bit less frustrated. All right, I guess he handled the complications well. Even though it was annoying at times, he managed to overcome the challenges. Maybe fishing isn't so bad after all.
Even though Tim succeeded, I still had some lingering worries. I hope he's careful with the fish and the equipment, and I hope he doesn't get too disheartened if things don't go as smoothly next time. But he did really well today, and that's what matters.
Despite the worries, frustrations, and unpleasantness, Tim kept trying. And guess what? He finally felt a tug on his line. His face lit up with pure joy as he reeled in his very first fish. "Look at that! He did it!" I cheered. All our support and patience paid off. Tim has caught his first fish, and it's a moment he'll always remember with a big smile. Before we start the next story, I'd like to ask you to subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss Tim's new adventures.
The story will be about how Tim learned to make wooden crafts.
Once upon a time, Tim decided he wanted to learn how to make wooden crafts. It was an exciting new adventure for him, and I, Joy, was thrilled to be part of it. The day started with Tim eagerly gathering his materials, wood, tools, and paint. "Look at him go," I cheered. "He's so enthusiastic and ready to create something amazing. This is going to be a fun and rewarding experience for him." Tim carefully followed the instructions for his first project, a small wooden birdhouse. As he measured, cut, and assembled the pieces, I couldn't help but feel delighted. He's doing such a great job. Just imagine how happy he'll be when he finishes his first craft. This is a fantastic way for him to express his creativity and skill.
But as Tim continued his project, anxiety began to worry. What if he makes a mistake with the measurements? What if the pieces don't fit together properly? What if he gets frustrated when things don't go as planned? I fretted, watching Tim with concern. There's so much that can go wrong with woodworking. I hope he stays patient and doesn't get too discouraged if things don't turn out perfectly.
Anger was getting frustrated with some of the challenges Tim faced. "Why does it have to be so complicated?" I grumbled. "The tools are difficult to handle, and the instructions are confusing. It's so annoying when things don't work out easily." Despite my frustration, I knew it was important to support Tim through these obstacles. "He has to learn to deal with these challenges," I said. "But it's definitely not fair that it's so hard."
Disgusted by the messiness of the project, I grimaced as Tim worked. Ugh, look at all the sawdust and the sticky glue. Why does woodworking have to be so messy and unpleasant? The smell of the paint and the texture of the wood are just gross, I complained. But even though it's really unpleasant, Tim is putting in a lot of effort. We need to support him through this, even if it's quite disgusting.
Despite the worries, frustrations, and unpleasantness, Tim persevered. His dedication paid off as he completed his first wooden birdhouse. "Look at that! He did it!" I cheered. "He's finished his craft, and it looks fantastic." All our support and encouragement helped him get through the challenges. He's so proud of his work, and it's such a joy to see his hard work come to fruition.
Even though Tim succeeded, I still had some lingering concerns. I hope he's careful with the tools in the future and doesn't get discouraged by any mistakes he might make. Woodworking can be tricky, but he did really well today. I'm relieved he managed to finish his project successfully.
I had to admit, seeing Tim complete his birdhouse made me feel a bit less frustrated. All right, maybe it wasn't as easy as it seemed, and he handled the difficulties well. Even though it was annoying at times, he managed to overcome the challenges. Maybe woodworking isn't so bad after all.
Even though the woodworking project was quite messy and unpleasant, seeing Tim's satisfaction made it more tolerable. I suppose it's worth it if he's happy with his work. Maybe the next project won't be so gross. We just need to get through the messy parts to enjoy the success. In the end, Tim's experience with woodworking was a memorable one, filled with challenges and achievements. Despite all our different feelings, we were all proud of how he learned and succeeded in his new craft.
And so the stories come to an end. Tim has defeated the main boss and is nearing the end of the level. I believe that thanks to Tim's hard work, he's breezing through these stages. If you put in a little effort, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, it will make Tim very happy. Goodbye, everyone. Hey, friends! Today, we've got something special for you. Tim has entered the most dangerous mode we've ever seen, Dagadago Prison Run. In this mode, Tim finds himself in a sinister prison, where it seems like there's no way out. To escape, he'll have to run at full speed, fleeing from the terrifying Nugget. Are you ready for this challenge? I sure am, because we're in for a lot of action and unexpected twists.
Hey, did you see that Nugget? He's not just trying to catch Tim, he's literally tearing his way towards him. But our Tim isn't weak. We'll get through this and prove that no Nugget can stop us. Tim will jump, climb, dodge, and damn it, he'll break free. And you guys, show your support. Hit those likes, drop your comments so Tim knows he's not alone in this fight.
Oh, I'm so worried. These prison corridors are so narrow and dark, and the Nugget could show up at any moment. What if Tim doesn't find the exit in time? I'm so scared for him. Please, everyone, subscribe to our channel so you can always be with us and support Tim in the toughest situations. Your support makes him stronger.
Did you see how disgusting this prison looks? Dirty walls, mold on the floor, and that horrible Nugget who just reeks of staleness. This place is a real nightmare. But Tim won't give up. He'll come out of this prison clean and unharmed, and we won't let ourselves down either. So let's show how we can fight against the nastiness.
By the way, while we were walking, did you notice how beautiful it is here? The sunlight filters through the narrow windows, creating such mesmerizing shadows on the floor. And the stone walls, though gloomy, are so strong and monumental. Because it's so dry and hot here, I think we're in some kind of desert. There's a special, almost magical atmosphere around, as if we've found ourselves in an ancient temple or a lost city.
Beautiful? Seriously? We were just thrown into this awful prison and you're thinking about beauty? It's so quiet here that every rustle makes me jump. The walls are closing in, the corridors seem endless, and the heat just adds to the claustrophobia. This place is obviously designed so no one can escape, and I can't stop thinking that something terrible is waiting for us here. We need to find a way out, and fast, before things get even worse.
Yeah, while you're admiring and worrying, I'm just getting angrier by the minute. What is this place where we're trapped like in a cage? How did we even end up here? This is just unacceptable. I'm ready to smash these walls to pieces. I don't care how strong they are or how magical the atmosphere is. As Joy says, I want to break out of here, and the sooner, the better.
Magical atmosphere? Are you kidding? These dusty stone walls haven't seen a good cleaning in ages, and the damp, musty air is impossible to ignore. Do you smell that? It's definitely not the scent of fresh flowers. And this heat, I don't understand how you can call this place beautiful. All I want is to get out of here as soon as possible and find something less disgusting.
And now we're going to tell the story of Tim's journey. Even though it was some time ago, I still remember Tim's thrilling expedition to the North Pole. We were all so excited about his bravery and determination when he set out to uncover the secrets hidden beneath the eternal ice. The adventure was full of amazing discoveries and breathtaking sights. I still remember how mesmerizing and awe-inspiring his journey across the snowy expanses and shimmering ice was. It was truly magical.
When Tim went to the North Pole, I couldn't help but worry about him. The cold temperatures, icy storms, and potential challenges he might face were causing me a lot of stress. I kept thinking about what if something went wrong and it became a serious threat to his safety. Even after some time, I'm still concerned about all the dangers he might have encountered, and I hope he was well prepared for this challenging journey.
Despite the numerous obstacles Tim faced, his journey wasn't easy. He encountered a lot of barriers, navigation problems, ice blockages, and other troubles. All of this was a source of frustration, but Tim showed incredible determination and perseverance. Even with all the difficulties, he kept moving forward and overcoming every challenge. These trials, though tough, made his journey truly significant.
When Tim discovered the ancient base, his feelings were mixed. Upon entering, he encountered many unpleasant and repulsive things. Dirt, frozen remains, and unkempt conditions were real trials. Even now, these disgusting details still make me feel uneasy. Nevertheless, Tim continued his exploration despite the discomfort and found ancient artifacts that shed light on long-forgotten secrets.
Despite all the difficulties, Tim successfully completed his journey. He discovered numerous ancient artifacts and secrets that illuminated forgotten civilizations. It was an incredible adventure full of amazing discoveries and joyful moments. Even after some time, I'm still thrilled for him and proud that he was able to overcome all the obstacles on his path.
Although we're all happy that Tim completed his journey, I still feel a bit anxious about his safety. The unpredictability and dangers he faced leave a mark on my heart. We can celebrate his achievements, but it's always important to remember the risks he encountered during his journey.
Despite all the frustrations and difficulties, Tim showed remarkable resilience. His efforts and perseverance deserve respect. I hope you all appreciated his courage and hard work. Don't forget to support him with likes and comments.
Even though the path was full of unpleasantness, Tim managed to handle all the challenges. I hope you shared his amazement at what he found in that icy hell. Leave comments and share your thoughts. It's important for us to know what you think about this adventure.
So, friends, that was Tim's incredible journey to the North Pole. I hope you enjoyed it and had fun with this story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video if you enjoyed the adventure.
If you're interested in more adventures and the continuation of Tim's story, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss new videos. I worried that you might miss something important.
Don't forget to leave comments and share your opinions. It's important for us to know what you like and what we can improve. Your likes and feedback help us move forward.
And please, leave comments without rudeness. It's important for us to know your opinion and consider it in future videos. We hope you enjoyed this adventure despite all the unpleasantness.
What will the next story be about? You will find out for yourself. I'm so excited to tell you about how Tim recently met a group of amazing robot explorers. These robots are true adventurers, traveling across Earth and studying everything around them. When Tim first encountered them, his eyes lit up with excitement. He was amazed at how the robots gathered information about people and nature using their advanced technology. He immediately felt part of something grand and thrilling. Their mission isn't just about collecting data, but understanding our world better, exploring every detail, and uncovering hidden secrets. Tim was thrilled by the chance to be part of such an incredible journey. It was a real adventure filled with emotions and amazing discoveries.
But, as you might expect, not everything went smoothly. Despite their advanced technology, these robots faced many challenges. Sometimes the robots made mistakes, which caused frustration. For example, there was a time when their research led to incorrect conclusions, and Tim and his new friends found themselves in a tricky situation that required immediate resolution. This really angered Tim because he had to fix problems caused by technical glitches or incorrect data. Yet, it was during these moments that Tim showed his true character and ability to handle challenges. These trials, though stressful, allowed Tim to learn a lot about himself and the importance of staying calm and finding solutions even in the toughest situations.
I can't help but worry for Tim when he found himself in such a complex situation. The robot explorers, although smart and well-prepared, could still face unforeseen dangers. I always felt anxious when Tim and his new friends encountered unexpected problems, like technical failures or complex conditions that required quick decisions. These moments created real anxiety for me because I feared Tim might end up in a difficult situation from which it would be hard to escape. But I believe that with his determination and the support of the robots, he will be able to overcome all challenges and continue his thrilling journey.
I also have to mention that Tim and the robots might have encountered some not-so-pleasant moments on their path. For instance, in some areas where they conducted their research, the conditions were not the cleanest or most comfortable. Tim had to deal with dirt, unpleasant smells, and even some disgusting creatures. These moments caused me a feeling of disgust, and I could imagine how Tim must have felt discomfort in such situations. But despite this, he continued his journey with resilience and determination. It was important not only to handle the unpleasantness, but to maintain a positive attitude despite all the difficulties and discomfort.
Despite all the difficulties and challenges, this journey became a real adventure for Tim. With the robot explorers, he explored the planet, learned a lot about nature and people, and experienced incredible emotions. It was a chance not only to expand his horizons, but to learn new things, overcome difficulties, and deal with problems. I am so glad that Tim had the opportunity to be part of such an amazing journey, full of discoveries and thrilling moments. He returned with new knowledge and experiences that will stay with him for a lifetime.
Yes, although there were many difficulties, this journey turned out to be a very valuable experience for Tim. He learned how to handle challenges and find solutions in tough situations. This experience, even though not always easy, showed him that with determination and patience, any obstacle can be overcome. I am proud of how he handled the difficulties and continued to move forward despite all the obstacles.
I'm relieved that it all ended well in the end. I hope this experience will help Tim in the future, and he will be ready for any challenges that may come his way. It's important that he remains cautious and attentive, and that his journeys always bring positive results.
I hope that all the unpleasant moments are behind him, and Tim can enjoy his new knowledge and experiences. He managed to handle all the difficulties and discomforts, and that's wonderful. The main thing is to stay positive and not let negative moments affect his mood.
That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave your comments. Also, hit the bell icon if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss any new videos. Good luck to everyone, and see you next time. Everyone, today is an incredible day, and do you know why? Because we've entered one of the most exciting game modes ever, Escape the Ancient Pyramid Obby. Can you imagine it? Huge ancient pyramids, mysterious mazes, hidden traps, golden treasures. It's a dream come true. We're about to embark on an adventure that will be remembered forever. There will be tons of fun, laughter, and unexpected discoveries. I can already feel my heart racing with excitement. But before we jump into the adventure, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our upcoming adventures. And give this video a like if you're excited to explore ancient pyramids with me and Anxiety. This is going to be so much fun, I promise.
Wait, hold on a second. Escape the Ancient Pyramid Obby? That sounds dangerous. Ancient pyramids, mazes, traps? Do you even know what could happen? We could get lost in those winding corridors forever. Or what if mummies attack us? And what if the walls start crumbling right above our heads? Or, oh no, there could be hidden traps in the sand and we wouldn't even see them. This could turn into a total disaster. We need to be extra careful, and I'm sure you understand how important it is to be prepared for every possible danger. So before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and give us a like. It's important to stay updated with all the future crucial instructions and warnings. These are pyramids. Surprises could be lurking around every corner.
Oh, Anxiety, you're always so cautious, and that's a good thing. But just think, this is the adventure of a lifetime. Imagine how fun it will be to jump over ancient traps, solve puzzles, and find hidden passages. It's just like being in an Indiana Jones movie. We can be the heroes of our own adventure, saving treasures and escaping from all sorts of dangers. And even if there are a few challenges, we'll get through them together. The spirit of adventure always wins. So let's all head off on this amazing journey, and don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video so you can join us in all the fun.
But Joy, you don't understand. This isn't just an adventure, it's a dangerous mission. I've read stories about ancient pyramids. They're full of traps, and there's danger at every turn. What if we get lost? What if we can't find the way out? There could be snakes hidden in the sand, and there are definitely tricky traps in those dark corridors that no one will see until it's too late. And I just can't help but worry about all of you. We need to be extremely careful and cautious every step of the way. I know many of you love adventure, but Think about safety. And while we're getting ready for this challenge, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video. That way, you won't miss any important tips on how to survive the traps and avoid dangers. You wouldn't want to be stuck in the pyramid forever, right?
Oh, anxiety, I understand that you're worried. But the best thing about adventures is that they're full of surprises. That's part of the fun. You never know what's coming next. But we're not alone. We're with friends, and we always have a plan. We're going to jump, run, find keys, and unlock secret doors. And just imagine how awesome it will be when we finally reach the goal. Escaping the pyramid with treasures. That's going to be a moment you'll never forget. All we need is a little courage and a bit of luck. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell to stay in the loop for all our adventures. We're heading off right now, and every step is going to be full of joy and surprises.
But Joy, you can't understand. It's not just about fun, it's about safety. We can't just run into an ancient pyramid without thinking about all the dangers. I know it sounds exciting, but the walls could close in on us. There could be dangerous creatures, and we might not be able to find the way out. I'm always watching out for potential risks. But you know what? Maybe with all of us together, and if everyone stays careful, we'll be able to make it through. We just need to stick to the plan, and I'll be right there to make sure nothing goes wrong.
That's the spirit, anxiety. We make a great team, you help us stay cautious, and I make sure we enjoy every moment. Together, we can tackle any challenge that comes our way. So let's dive into this incredible adventure. Everyone, subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video so you don't miss out on the fun. Time for stories! Story will be about how Joy and Anxiety found themselves in the mind of a girl named Lily, who was getting ready for her first day at a new school. Lily, can you imagine what an amazing day we have ahead of us? A new class, a new school, and so much exciting stuff ahead. The first day at a new school is always such a big event. Do you realize how many opportunities are opening up for you? It's like a whole new world full of incredible discoveries. You'll meet new people, make friends, learn so many new things, and each day will bring something wonderful. I'm sure you'll do great because you're such a smart, kind, and open-hearted girl. Just think about how awesome it's going to be to tell your parents about how your day went, how you made new friends, and learned new things in class. It's going to be fantastic. I can already picture you walking into the classroom, smiling at everyone, and making the best friends ever in just a few minutes. Isn't that incredible?
Wait a minute, Joy. It's not that simple. Lily, let's think about all the things that could go wrong. This is a new school and you don't know anyone there. What if you say something wrong and everyone stares at you? Or even worse, what if they laugh? What if you forget where your class is and end up being late? That would be so embarrassing. And what if the teacher asks you a question and you don't know the answer? Everyone might think you're not smart enough, and then it'll be even harder to make friends. And let's not forget about the lessons. What if they're too difficult and you can't keep up? I'm really worried that there are so many things that could cause stress and anxiety. You do understand how important it is to be prepared for everything, right?
Oh, anxiety. Why do you always jump to the worst-case scenario? Sure, there might be a few tricky moments, but that's okay. Lily is amazing, and I know she'll do great. She just needs to be herself and not be afraid to embrace new things. Yeah, the first day is always a little nerve-wracking, but that's part of the fun. There's so much to look forward to. Let's see it this way. New people mean new friends, new teachers mean new knowledge, and even if something doesn't go perfectly, it'll just make the story even more interesting. Lily loves to learn. She's smart and hardworking, so if something is tough, she'll figure it out. And if she doesn't know the answer to a question, so what? It's not a big deal. She can always learn something new. The most important thing is to enjoy the moment and not worry too much. This first day isn't just the start of school. It's the start of a grand adventure.
I get that you want Lily to be happy, but I just can't stop worrying. A new class, new people. That's a lot of stress and uncertainty. What if no one wants to be friends with her? Everyone there already has their own group of friends, and she'll feel left out. And what if someone says something mean? That would hurt so much. Even if the lessons are interesting, what if they're too hard for her? She might start falling behind, and then people won't notice her or think she's smart enough. It's such a huge responsibility to be the new kid, and I just can't stop thinking about all these potential problems. I feel like it's all too difficult and risky.
Oh, come on, don't be so tense. Sure, it's a little scary when you're in a new situation, but that's what makes it so exciting. Every new day is a chance for something unusual and wonderful to happen. Lily could make new friends, maybe even a best friend for life. And even if things don't go perfectly, it's not the end of the world. Mistakes are part of the journey too. Learning to be flexible and finding your way out of tricky situations is just as important. Lily will be fine, I'm sure of it. She has so many exciting things ahead, and I can't wait to get started. The first day at a new school is essentially the beginning of a new chapter, and we need to embrace it with a big smile and excitement.
But what if things don't go as expected? I just can't stop thinking about it. I just want Lily to be prepared for everything. What if she doesn't make any friends? What if the lessons are too hard and she can't keep up? What if she makes a mistake and feels bad about it for a long time? These thoughts won't leave me alone. I want everything to go well for her, but I'm so scared that she'll face challenges she can't handle. We know things don't always go as planned, and that terrifies me.
Anxiety, you're overthinking. Sure, something might not go perfectly, but that's okay. Challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. If Lily faces something tough, she'll learn how to overcome it. And even if she doesn't get everything right the first time, that's perfectly fine. The key is not to be afraid of making mistakes and to enjoy the process. School isn't just about studying, it's about friendship, fun, and discoveries. Lily's going to have a great time, make new friends, and learn something new every day. You'll see, everything's going to work out beautifully. Just trust me. Oh, how time flew by so quickly. I hope you had as much fun as I did. But don't forget, there's so much more exciting stuff ahead. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support makes every day brighter and more fun. Thank you for being with us, and see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, dear friends. I'm Joy, and I'm so happy you're with us today.
Hey there, I'm Anger. Ready for something really exciting? We've got something special for you.
Hi, it's Anxiety. I hope you're all doing well. Today's adventure will be a bit tense, but we'll get through it together.
Hi, this is Disgust. I hope you're all ready for new challenges and interesting moments. Let's get started.
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. It helps us keep doing what we love.
And leave comments so we know which adventures you like the most.
Yes, and share your thoughts. It's important for us to know what you think.
Ready? Then let's go. Let's start our adventure.
Today, Tim and I are going to play Roblox in the Escape Baby Bobby daycare mode. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and very exciting.
Yeah, let's see if we can escape this daycare. It better be challenging.
I'm already feeling a bit nervous. Daycares can be full of surprises.
Let's just hope it's not too messy. I'm not a fan of sticky situations.
All right, let's get started and see what adventures await us.
Oh no, look at this huge room. And there are so many platforms to jump across. What if Tim misses and falls? These platforms are so small and far apart. What if he loses his balance? It's so scary. I don't know if he can do it.
Calm down. Tim can do this. He just needs to focus and be careful. It's a test of strength and endurance, and Tim will pass it. Stop doubting. If Tim gets nervous, he will definitely fall. He needs to stay focused and act confidently. We have to support him, not scare him, so let's cheer him on together.
You're right, Anger. It's just, I can't help worrying. I hope everything goes well. Okay, I'll try not to stress so much. Go, Tim, you can do it. We believe in you.
That's better. Hey, Tim, watch each platform carefully, take confident steps, and don't rush. You can do this. Imagine you're a hero overcoming all obstacles in your path. You got this. We believe in you.
Today we have an incredible story about Tim who accidentally found a magical flying skateboard. Yes, you heard it right. A skateboard that can fly. Tim was over the moon when he first soared through the air, and this was the start of his amazing adventure.
But joy was short-lived. As soon as Tim began using the skateboard, he ran into problems. Evil trolls appeared in town, wanting to steal the magical skateboard. They were a real threat. Tim and his friends had to fight to protect the skateboard from these nasty trolls.
Every time the trolls showed up, I was filled with worry. I always feared for Tim's safety. For instance, when the trolls captured one of Tim's friends, he had to carry out a dangerous rescue in underground catacombs. Every step was fraught with danger, and I was terrified at the thought of something bad happening.
I can't forget what Tim had to endure. When he sneaked into the troll's lair, he stumbled upon a disgusting swamp full of sticky, foul-smelling slime. The trolls lived in filth, and their lair was filled with unpleasant odors and revolting creatures. I was just appalled by what was happening.
But despite all the difficulties, Tim showed incredible courage and ingenuity. He used the magical skateboard to skillfully maneuver through obstacles and escape from the trolls. In the end, he managed to defeat the trolls and return the skateboard to its rightful place so no one else would be hurt.
Yes, Tim did it, but it was a real battle. The trolls not only wanted the skateboard, but also destroyed half the town. Every moment was filled with conflict and aggression.
But despite all the fears and worries, Tim and his friends managed to overcome. They learned to work together and use their strengths to tackle every challenge. It was very tense, but the outcome was worth it.
And even though the adventure was full of unpleasant moments, Tim showed that with determination and bravery, you can overcome any obstacle, no matter how awful.
So, kids, that was an amazing adventure. Thanks for spending this time with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on new stories and adventures of Tim. And the next story will be about Tim, who unexpectedly found himself in an incredible world where every day repeats over and over as if he had entered Groundhog Day. At first, it seemed amazing and fun, as Tim could do anything without worrying about the consequences.
But, as often happens, not everything was smooth. Tim quickly realized that each day repeated with small but annoying changes. Even simple things, like the order in his room or what he did in the morning, became a constant source of irritation. He tried to change his actions, but nothing could alter the fact that everything started from scratch again.
What worried me the most was that Tim didn't know when this endless day would end. Every time he thought he found a way to escape or change something, he woke up again on the same day. This created a huge sense of anxiety because he didn't know how to cope with the cycle.
And not only that. Every day Tim faced the same unpleasant things. The memories of having to clean dirty spots in the house or repeatedly tidy up things that were already cleaned were just disgusting. All of this made Tim's day even more unpleasant.
But despite all the difficulties, Tim found a way to use this strange situation to his advantage. He learned to make each thing better than before. He used every repetitive day to perfect his skills, help others, and have fun. It was amazing how he turned even the most ordinary moments into something special.
Even though he continued to face annoying repetitions, Tim learned to deal with it. He stopped getting angry at every little mishap and started using his new skills to overcome challenges.
I saw how Tim became more confident and calm despite the constant repetition of the day. He learned to manage his anxiety by focusing on his goals and trying not to worry about when it would all end.
And even though many things remained unpleasant, Tim learned to take lessons from them. He stopped complaining about dirty and disgusting things and began to see them from a new perspective. It was unexpected but still useful.
In the end, when Tim learned to find joy in every moment and used his experience to improve the lives of those around him, the Groundhog Day ended. He returned to normal time, but with new knowledge and skills that helped him handle any difficulty.
And although the path was long and irritating, Tim managed to overcome this challenge and became stronger.
I was so happy to see Tim learn to cope with anxiety and find a way to handle any situation.
Yes, and even despite all the unpleasant moments, Tim was able to use his skills to make his life better. It was truly amazing.
And the next story will be about how Tim found himself on a magical island where all wishes come true. This island was full of amazing things: flying crystals, talking animals, and an ocean of chocolate milk. Tim was on cloud 9 with happiness.
But not everything was so rosy. The island had its problems. At first, Tim struggled with magical creatures who often got their wishes mixed up, leading to mishaps. Some island games were incredibly difficult and even frustrating.
I was worried about the unpredictability of the island. Every day, something new and strange happened. Snake rain, unexpected disappearances of objects, and unpredictable behavior from magical creatures. Tim didn't know what to expect, and it made him very anxious.
And I was grossed out by how some magical creatures left their mess everywhere. These creatures were messy, and there was dirt and sticky spots all over the place. Tim tried to find a way to deal with this mess, but it was quite a challenge.
Despite all the difficulties, Tim didn't miss a chance to enjoy the happy moments. He explored the island, met kind creatures, and took part in amazing adventures. In the end, he found a way to use the island's magic to make his day even more magical.
Although the island was full of challenges, Tim learned to handle them. He used his skills to overcome the toughest trials and turned frustration into motivation.
Over time, Tim got used to the strange and unpredictable events. He began to adapt to the new rhythm of life on the island and even found joy in unexpected twists.
Tim also found ways to deal with the dirt and mess. He became more tolerant of inconveniences and learned to find pleasure even in the least appealing aspects of island life.
Thus, Tim completed his adventure on the magical island, full of wonders and amazing discoveries. He learned to find joy even in tough situations and made the experience unforgettable.
Tim became stronger and more confident despite all the difficulties.
He learned to handle unexpected situations and grew more self-assured.
And even the dirt and mess didn't ruin his adventure. Tim learned to cope with inconveniences and find something positive in them.
So our adventure ends on a high note, with new knowledge and experiences that Tim will remember for a long time. Well, our stories have come to an end. We hope you enjoyed listening to them as much as we enjoyed telling them. We put a lot of heart into them and tried to make them interesting and exciting for you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue creating new and thrilling adventures for you.
Yeah, and every like, every subscription, and every comment really matters to us. We want our stories to reach as many people as possible, and your support helps us a lot. Don't forget to leave comments so we know what stories you want to hear next. Your thoughts and suggestions are very valuable to us.
Thank you for being with us today. Avoid dirty situations unless they're in a story. Keep your space clean and your heart joyful. We're happy to share these moments with you and hope our stories bring you joy and inspiration.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.